of March, we were introduced to the cast and got some background on them. And in the midst of it all, they were getting ready for homecoming. Well, baby, homecoming is here. So something I forgot to bring up last episode was that the Black Foxes were celebrating their 5th year anniversary at homecoming, which was a big deal. So that means that Kaylan was going to deal with a lot of pressure, being that older dancers were coming back with so much to say, so many critiques, plus more, child. And baby, regular alumni are mean and critical. But alumni that's been a part of some type of activity on campus, like the band, are the worst. Trust me, I know, because I was on the family royal court, and baby, those alumni are shicey and shiny, okay? So in the beginning of this episode, we find out that Shelbie and Jaylen has something going on. And Shelbie makes it very clear it is not a relationship, but they do little dates here and there. And I love that for you, Shelbie. Date around, sis. Especially because you are only in your 2nd year of college. It's no reason you should be trying to get serious. So, Oh, and before I keep going, I have to bring this up. I honestly don't like in the lower thirds that they have them as sophomores, juniors, freshmen, and seniors. Baby, this is not high school, this is college, and we, the viewers, need to know what year they are in, because they may be getting ready to graduate, but they can be in their 5th year of college, honey. So yeah, that's that, and it's a big difference. But anyways, Shelbie and Jaylen met up and are just having casual conversation about him getting ready to graduate, and basically if they will eventually miss each other or how they will still communicate when he's gone. So Jaylen was saying, of course they can, you know, do FaceTime and go on vacations and do little back and forth of traveling to each other to make it work, which all sounds good. But y'all, once he's gone, I don't see them continuing on what they have going on with each other, especially knowing that they are in a full relationship currently, so they don't have any reason to hold on to each other. But I can see them staying really good friends. But who knows? I could be loud and wrong. Oh, and we also get the tea from Jaylen and Shelbie about there being a lot of relationships in the band because they are always together day in, day out, and traveling as well. So a lot of romance forms from that, which I can see happening, you know. Anyways, moving on. We get into a scene with Trey and Aaron. Now, we got a little backstory on Trey in the last episode, but we didn't get much of Aaron. So while Trey and Aaron is together, Trey is basically trying to get guidance from Aaron about becoming a drum major. Now, this was news to me because Trey didn't say he wanted to be a drum major in the first episode. Only Nemo did. And to be quite honest, after seeing Nemo and Trey's personality already, I could see Trey becoming a drum major before Nemo. Now, I'm not saying Nemo isn't capable, but that little snappiness and fiery attitude he has, it probably will hold him back. Now, Trey, on the other hand, he seems ready to take on a leadership role. The only thing he is worrying about is being able to take on that leadership role, balancing school and taking care of his child. Now, Trey, you should have been thinking about that before you were, you know, out here sticking and grooving raw. But I mean, since we're here, I guess there's nothing else for him to do but roll with the punches if it is something he really wants to do. Now, even Aaron said that he sees Trey being a good drum major, but Trey really doesn't know the amount of work that comes with the glitz and glam of being a drum major. Now, once Trey and Aaron were done talking about Trey becoming a drum major, the two of them started talking about homecoming festivities, and they brought up how the school wasn't allowing any tailgates. And I assumed that was because of the whole pandemic COVID situation, but I just find that so backwards because if you are having a homecoming game, naturally the stands is going to be packed out, no walk-in or no sitting room. So people is going to be on top of each other regardless. So blocking out tailgates is just so unnecessary. Hell, all the people there now might as well see things all the way through. But whatever, I guess they had to do what they had to do and what was best for the moment. I get it. Well, moving on, we are introduced to another cast member, Javari, who is Javari, who is a freshman and he plays the trombone. And all I could say seeing Javari pop up on the screen was, oh, he's so young. He is only 19, like wow. Those days seem so far away. And on top of him being so young and innocent, he is just so lovable and caring. So he is a mama's boy. So we see him talking to his mom and she's praying over him because he was recently in a car accident and it messed up his back. And it is now affecting the way he performs in a band. And of course, that is sad because this is his first year and his first homecoming and he don't want to miss out. And on top of that, he's been dealing with the pressure of just missing his family. So his mama had to put the prayer over him and I love seeing that. I love seeing that. Now, I can't relate to Javari, baby, because when I went off to college, baby, I was like Jimmy Neutron, baby. I got a blast. But that was just me. So moving on from Javari, we get back to my girl Martayvia. Now listen, other than her name being so similar to mine, I like Martayvia. I can tell she is cool and people like her. I just think she had a bad moment that messed up her entire, senior year. Now granted, I do think she should have, had a better reaction and better composure as a leader. But I also get that everybody has their days, so I'm very double-sided. So we know that Martayvia is officially kicked out the band. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Which is truly sad because this is her last year in school and she can't even go out with a real bang. Damn, girl, I feel bad. So because she was the section leader of the Piccolo, she decided to go see the band members that was up under her and tell them how she wasn't coming back to the band. And that she apologized to them for basically letting them down as a leader. So after she was done talking to them, she said that she was going to continue to talk to Doc to see how she can get back in the band. And all I could think is, girl, the jig is up. That man said no. But I am here for her being consistent. Child, you better go and get your spot back, girl. I ain't mad at you. So let me tell y'all how I have to eat my words because earlier I said that I don't see Jaylen and Shelbie staying together after he graduates because she is a sophomore and he is a senior that's leaving. But baby, I don't know. Maybe it will work. Who knows? I don't know. But the only reason I am saying that is because Kaylan, who is the captain of the dancers, basically was in the same predicament when she was a freshman at school and a freshman dancer. So basically when Kaylan was a freshman Black Fox, she started dating this guy Courtney, who was the trumpet section leader in the band at the time, meaning he had to be a senior dating her, maybe a junior. But eventually they got into a full-fledged relationship and are still in it now, long distance, staying. So maybe there is a chance that Shelbie and Jaylen will stay together if they get together. Because I mean, they is on a date and they ain't even real or yeah. So moving on in the show, we finally meet Trey's girlfriend LaMonica and their baby Ariana. And oh, they just so cute. Ooh. So apparently LaMonica used to be in a band and I am going to assume she was a Black Fox. And I am thinking once she got pregnant, she and had the baby, she left the band to be a mom, which I totally get. So when Trey and LaMonica get together, they are talking about their future plans on finding a way for them to stay together as a family because LaMonica is about to graduate. But Trey has one more year. So she wants to move to Houston to become a dance teacher. And Trey said he is stuck between Houston and going back to Dallas because Dallas is his hometown when he do eventually graduate. But I'm confused on what is that to think about, Trey. If your girl and child is moving to Houston, and Houston is one of the cities you want to move to, shouldn't there be no thoughts about it? Shouldn't there be no thoughts about it and y'all start a life in Houston together? I mean, I get Dallas is your hometown, but baby, that means nothing. You gotta start thinking about life beyond going back home. I keep saying that Trey's storyline is going to be one of the best for this show with him having a child and trying to balance everything out, especially seeing it from a guy's perspective. Plus, he shows his emotions that adds even more relatable feelings we viewers can just bask in. But moving on, we get to a scene where we are introduced to another dancer, Atea, and we didn't get much of her. Just a little backstory on her major and where she's from. But I could tell that I like Atea if, they show more of her because, baby, Atea is a realist, okay? So her and Shelbie was talking because they are real close friends and they were talking about the hairstyles they were going to get for homecoming because when you dance in a band, all the girls have to have the same hairstyle. And Atea was basically like, child, I probably can't afford it, but I'll make it work. Some way, somehow. And I just love that type of energy, baby, because everybody ain't got it. But I do want to dance though, but I ain't got it, And to end the episode, we got to see how Prairie View get down for their homecoming. I mean, ain't family homecoming, but okay, whatever. You know, it's HBCU. But we got to see how they get down for their homecoming. And it looked like they all had a good time. Everyone was prepared as far as the band go. And just everybody was excited because, you know, this is after the pandemic, after COVID, after a lot of restrictions. So they first homecoming back or whatever. So I get it. I really, really do. It's just crazy because I never really paid attention to Prairie View as a team because when I was in school, FAMU wasn't in the same conference as Prairie View, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think we ever played them. At least I don't recall. But let me just say, if we did, I would have remembered them from their uniforms because those things were so nice. So of course they call themselves the Marching Storm. So they have this chaotic drawing of a storm on the back of their uniforms, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I thought I'd just throw that in there. But anywho, the football team won their homecoming game, which allowed them to move on to the SWAC championship, meaning there is more games to perform at, which also means this is another opportunity for Martayvia to have a talk with Doc and show him how bad she wants to get back in the band and perform one last time. And at this point, I'm rooting for her. I mean, I've been rooting for her, but I'm really rooting for her to get back in the band because she is not stopping. So Doc, let that girl back in the band. Dang. I just love how this show is giving us all the bits and pieces of a college student life at HBCU, and it's actually giving us extended B-roll shots of the culture at the school and not trying to feed us these little glimpses and pieces. That way, as a viewer, I can get the true feeling of HBCU life, even though I've experienced it, but for the other people that haven't, you know? But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed my review, and you already know what to do. Like this video, comment your thoughts on this show below, and last but certainly not least, subscribe and join the Queen, baby. Bye.